Yo, guys, what is going on? We are back today, day 8 over here for the free-to-play account. Today I actually wanted to jump in, quickly talk about something. I did get my GT EZA area team farmed up pretty much fully. However, obviously, as you can see, not any of them have orbs yet, except for the Giru, obviously because we can farm his orbs directly from his event. Excuse me. I actually was able, as you can see if you notice with Rildo as well as Goku, we did get them to level 130, partially easy aid. However, as I'm starting to go through it, I'm thinking we're probably not yet ready to fully easy aid these units, just until we can start putting some more orbs. We don't have the HP pools, the leader skills aren't lining up as nicely as I would have hoped. So, I think there will be a temporary hold on actually getting these characters as built up as we want them to be. However, I do have, because thankfully these easy areas are fully these units, I have no worries that we're going to be able to knock them out of the park, no trouble at all. So, once it comes to the Ginyu Force and Team Bardock, we'll be looking good in that regard. But, let's go ahead. Let's actually, today, the goal we're going to be looking at is I want to get this gentleman here. I want to get the medals for this guy ready to go. So pretty much over here, where is it? This one. So he takes 3 of the Super Saiyan 3 Goku medals. However, I have yet to get him obviously farmed up to that point where he's like SA10 with the dupe paths open like I usually prefer to do. So what we're going to do today is just farm up some of the medals, and then we'll probably start working on some of the quest mode that we need in order to actually get to the point where we can farm the Goku medals that awaken the Goku from the, or the R Goku that we need to actually Dokkan awaken him there. So let's go ahead, though. I do want to get these medals farmed up really quick today, and it shouldn't take very long at all. This is not a very difficult to farm event here, so should be able to knock these out, no trouble at all. But yeah, guys, while this is playing out, I did just want to say thank you so much to everybody who's been commenting on the videos, just, you know, creating some questions, discussion, anything like that, liking the videos, watching the videos. It really does mean a lot, and I so appreciate you guys actually coming, checking out, and rocking with the content. It means a lot to me. You guys are amazing, so genuinely thank you for that. But yeah, this one is going to be, again, this is a very easy farm for our team. This is an event that was made when there were no stat leader skills, so outside our percentage leader skills is what I should say. There were obviously stat leader skills, but percentage ones like we have now weren't really meta yet because they were niche. It was typically the 3 key and then the flat 7,000 to stats at the time were the tip of the top. So, I do definitely like that being a little bit quicker for us to do, just so once we do get that Goku, all dupe paths open, farmed up, he will be able to be actually, I think, a pretty valuable asset for us. Again, strong free-to-play unit that we can just awaken to ATUR. I value that. The stat increase there is good. He will be a unit, rare for the situation of free-to-play units where he does have Fierce Battle as well. So that will be very crucial, I think, to have when we are building more and more teams. Just as, you know, he'll be a good buffer unit until we can get something very, very top tier for us. But let's keep going, keep rocking out with this. But yeah, guys, quick question for you all today. You know, obviously day 8, we're getting closer and closer to starting to get some of these units easy aid, things like that. What would be the first, you know, difficult content that you would want to see take on? Once we get the full Bardock squad, are we looking at maybe, would you guys like to see the Team Bardock Super Battle Road, and vice versa with the Ginyu squad, obviously? Let me know down below what you're thinking in that regard, guys, because I want to make sure I'm covering content that maybe you are struggling with or you're curious about seeing, things like that. So drop that down below. Let me know what you guys would prefer to see once we do start getting our teams built up and established here. Alright, looks like we just got one more run for Goku here. We'll have our 3 medals. We will be holding off on awakening him, and then we're going to go ahead and jump into the quest mode stuff. Which, honestly, I may, because a lot of the quest mode is very unentertaining, I may just end up cutting till we get to the end of, or the stage that we can actually farm the medals I need from. And then, you know, obviously pick up with farming the medals, awakening the Goku, and doing all the things like that. So, just because, again, the quest mode bosses are so inconsequential, I guess is the best way to put it, that I just don't think it's very enjoyable to watch. Obviously, you guys, if you'd prefer to see these videos in their totality, let me know. I would be, you know, I have no problem with it. I just don't think that makes for very entertaining content, in my opinion. But gonna get this last run in, we'll cut, and then I will catch you guys back here when we have our well, I'm blanking on it, when we have our Goku medals ready to go. Alright, we actually are gonna see the unit super attack with Pan because we have Gyro, which is sort of cool. Alright, Pan. There he is. Nice. Giru, our boy, coming through. Cool, cool, cool. Cool. Alright, guys. Well, there's our 3 medals that we need to awaken. Let me go ahead, grind quest mode out till I get to the point where I can farm up my Goku medals. And then we will be right back. Get that Goku awakened and maybe see if we can start bringing him on some more difficult content and stuff like that. But I will be right back with y'all. But our Goku here is fully farmed up. SA10, all Duke paths open as we can see over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead. We're going to come over here to Team, obviously, Awaken. We're going to get this bad boy up to his first Dokkan Awakening here. Assuming it gets there. Take your time. No rush. There it goes. Okay. And bada bing, bada boom, there he is. Now, obviously, he can awaken one more time. Dokkan awaken one more time, excuse me. And that is into his TUR as a Super Saiyan 3. So, let's go ahead. Let's use this just to reduce training item usage. But for now, this is the boy here. Let's go ahead and take a look at the links. Super Saiyan, All in the Family, Kamehameha, Saiyan Warrior Race, Formidable Enemy. This is a very interesting link to me because it's on this group of extremely niche characters that then he loses it once he awakens, which is such a very odd thing to me, but you know, it is what it is. Very niche grouping of characters, though. But the rest of these links pretty semi-standard stuff. Blazing Battle's a little weird, but not the end of the world. But let's go ahead. Let's grab this guy, and let's take Rildo off and put him on for now, just because it'll probably be a little bit more cohesive. And let's go ahead. We can jump in really quick. Actually, one thing I did want to do, while I was grinding through the story stages, as you can see, not only did I accrue a absolute monstrous amount of stones, there was one other thing I was getting missions for that I do want to go over really quick. So obviously, throughout the quest mode, you complete the Supreme Kai Trials, which are these things here, and they give you access to Vegito Blue. So what I'm going to go ahead and do right now is I'm actually going to cop 3 copies of Vegito Blue over here. Obviously, the way he awakens is with these Patara medals here, which I've got 3 of. Not great. You can farm most of these from story. However, you can purchase as many as you want with incredible gems. The issue with that being, you need 100 of these medals to get Vegito Blue to LR status, which is a little bit of a pain. It's not going to be too bad, but I do want to go ahead. Let's buy the first 27 of these, actually. And the reason why I want to do that is because we're actually going to go ahead and we're going to train this fella up. And I don't necessarily recommend this, but I'm going to use Kai's on him to minimize the amount of actual resources I have to spend on getting him up to SA10 and getting that many extra copies. Again, I overall would recommend that you guys make sure what you're doing is you're farming up everything as free-to-play as possible and conserving those Kais for the more important Dokkan Fests. But, again, I think that there's merit toward, you know, going ahead and utilizing it on a character like this that's got a very weirder prerequisite to getting their super attack up. Especially considering we're not really at a stage yet where I can start farming incredible gems. Those were ones from missions. So, let's go ahead. Let's claim these really quick. Very nice. And what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to... We already did hidden potential. We're going to awaken him to his TUR for now. Let's get him on here. And the cool thing with this Vegito is that right now, even though we don't have him LR'd or anything crazy, he is still a stacking unit, which, let me actually go over here, and just so we can see, obviously we need 70 to get him up to the LR Vegito Blue in all this gorgeous art. But he is still a stacking unit, so let's quickly take a look at it. Lock him up. Yep, stacks attack and defense. He's got a super class leader skill, which, you know, maybe we can find some utilization for. He's got the attack and defense as well as the key boost. Links are pretty standard. He does have prepared for battle, which I love. So you know what actually I think we're going to do is we're going to take you off already in exchange for my boy up here, Vegito. So... yeah, this is pretty much what we're going to be. I hope you guys can kind of see, like, this is where I'm trying to gauge myself towards grinding the account up toward. You know, obviously, tomorrow we'll get the Borgos event back. I'll be able to start farming up the free-to-play Bardock squad again, and that'll be looking good. Same thing with Ginyu. But I am trying to sort of, you know, on these days where I can't necessarily put in the work toward those, start grinding up the other characters surrounding my box, you know, so. But let's go ahead. One more thing I did want to make sure we covered today, actually. Let's go ahead and jump in here. Is over here in the story event, obviously, like I said, you cannot get the characters for the Bardock event daily. But on the weekends, same thing goes for the Ginyu Force, you can get their orbs still. So again, I don't believe they dropped the characters, but this will help you get the clears toward getting the awakening medals. It's, you know, a chance to grind up the orbs, things like that. So if you are, you know, still working on characters, these are both very good utilities to do. And just, you know, again, we'll go ahead, we'll jump in with the Bardock one here. Obviously, the one we're going to be taking on is Borgos tomorrow. So that's who we're going to jump in against. Take a look at Borgos here. And again, same layout. The only difference is, as you can see up here, there is no character battle. So there is no... and again, they have it actually blocked off here. So again, there is no chance for us being able to actually get the character currently. It is just strictly, hey... we don't want to lock you off from being able to grind up orbs when you can, at least, so here's some orb chances. Which is, all things considered, still good. I think over the weekend you should be allowed to farm up the characters, because why not? But